Hello and welcome to Inside the Paint. A new season of the British Basketball League has begun with the Newcastle Eagles beating the Sheffield Sharks 79-72. So let's take a look at what happened in this first game. The first half saw both teams fighting hard, with players constantly being sent to that free throw line. Now, when it came to scoring, Newcastle, they really struggled to finish, allowing Sheffield to pull ahead with a 5-point lead. However, it was the Eagles that fought back in the second half, making the game too close to call at the end of the third quarter. But soon after, the Sheffield Sharks started to crumble, allowing Todd and the Eagles to pull ahead and secure the first win of this season. Well, joining me in the studio, we have former London Lion Ovie Soko and head coach of Leicester Riders, it is Paternostro. For both of you, an interesting night, let's just say that. Coach Rob, you were watching with really interested eyes and seeing how both of these teams got on. What do you make of tonight's game?
Well, I thought the free throw line tells the story. 31 for 39 from the free throw line for Newcastle Eagles. You put a team to the line that many times, you're going to struggle to lose. So Sheffield fouled way too much. And I also think Newcastle's defense in the second half picked up. They really limited Sheffield's good looks. Not the prettiest of games for both teams, but Newcastle will be happy with the W.
They will be happy with that W. They've done a lot of recruitment over the summer, Ovie, and for them, they had to really kind of make their mark and set out their stall, didn't they?
Yeah, no, I think it was really important for the Newcastle Eagles tonight. Rather than necessarily winning by 20 points or a blowout, I think they'll learn and grow much more from these sort of early encounters of other teams around the league. And it just sort of reminds them how far they have to go, how much they have to sort of stay switched on and stay engaged moving forward.
And as a coach, Rob, you don't have to get too forensic, do you, at this time of the season? Absolutely not. It's the first game.
Yeah, it's the first game, and I think, this is an early start for us. Now, usually it's the end of September, so, the conditioning's not there yet. The offenses aren't in yet, but the good teams find a way. And I think you'll be happy as Newcastle to find a way tonight.
They absolutely do find a way. In the commentary box for us tonight, it was Azania, Stewart and Todd Harris. And Todd, you called that game. What were your thoughts, especially on them being quite different hard?
Well, I think it was really interesting, Jeanette, as we talk about this game, as how Newcastle came out, Azania. We knew they were going to come out fast, and they did that. But it was the way that Sheffield hung around and really took control of that game. As Coach said, they kind of made it their own. They made it their identity and forced Newcastle to make some changes.
Yeah, they had to make some changes and answer really quick. And I just felt like I voted him MVP. Taj Green was just the game difference. He was a dunking machine, but also playing great defense. And they just built off that energy. And I just felt like that was the game changer for them.
How about Jalen Pipkins, who had a great game for the Sharks? He came in with 16 points, really drove their offense. And I think offensively, you look forward, this is a team that's going to put up some big points, and they're going to get a lot of wins.
Yeah, I think Sheffield Shark, if they go back and they look at the scout and, they look back at the video, there's a lot of learning lessons. Yeah. They played fantastic for about 3.5 quarters, and now they've just got to put, a full solid 40 minutes together. But that's a good-looking team. It is the first game of the season. They will be disappointed, but that disappointment ignites fire.
Coach, the team of Lions has got a good one this year in Sheffield. They've got a great one in Newcastle for head coach Mark Stewart. It's going to be exciting throughout this year to watch both these teams and see how they fare. Right now, let's send it back to Jeanette.
Thank you. Thank you very much to Azania and to Todd. And like we say, it's a busy old weekend, the Flyers and the Patriots. Our coverage starts at 7:20 p.m. tomorrow. What are you looking forward to in that game there, Ovie?
I want to see how the Flyers look this year. I think last year they were a surprise. But the biggest thing after doing well is expectations. That's what you have to sort of live up to the next year. And they've changed a lot of pieces. So it'll be interesting to see how they look this year.
Yeah, and I'm conscious I don't want to keep you here too long. The Riders against the Phoenix. You're going to be courtside very soon. And for you, again, just keeping the momentum going here, Rob.
A lot of new players, so their first opportunity to play in the British Basketball League. I know we're excited about it, and I think that, it's time to show what you have. And I think looking at the teams now, you don't know much about them. We don't know much about Cheshire, so we'll find out tomorrow night. But always a time where you need your players to step up on opening night.
And how are they feeling? What kind of insight can you give us ahead of the game?
Yeah, they feel great. I think these group I have this year has a lot of energy, and I think that sometimes you have to slow them down a little bit. But, yeah, it's exciting times. I know our fans are pretty excited watching them play in the preseason, so they're all looking forward to game one.
But Coach Rob, 17 titles. Your appetite for titles, I'm pretty sure it's not gone down. You'll be looking for some silverware this year.
Well, I don't talk about that too much until the end of the season, but what we want to have is a team that's better at the end. I think when you get a team in the beginning, you could take them all the way to the end and be better at the end, you have a good chance to win silverware.
Okay, well, one man, of course, that was with the London Lions standing right here to my left. They'll be playing the Surrey Scorchers this weekend. Ovie, what do you make of your former team?
I mean, there's been an uphaul over there as well. There's a lot of new guys over there. There's a new coaching staff, a new head coach, and he's going to want to put his imprint onto the Lions and onto that program. But it'll be interesting to see what he changes, what he doesn't change. The consistencies, and obviously with the new personnel, how we sort of adjust to those guys. So, yeah, it'll be interesting to see.
To see how that goes. Azania, I'm really keen to get your thoughts also on the London Lions. Of course, the MVP from last year, that was Sam Decker. People are really going to rate him again this year. How much is he going to feature this season?
I think he's going to be a big part. You know, he is an MVP, a big caliber player, but they've put some lovely pieces around him. They've got, you know, some talent, but kind of a bit of pressure on their back, Todd. Obviously, defending champions, they want to go for some silverware across the board, but they're also in the European stint. So,
Right.
you know, it's going to be a long season for them too.
Do you think the London Lions are just as good as they were last year? Have they just reloaded?
I think they had to reload because especially when you're going to Europe, it is tough. It's a tough year. Also playing kind of back-to-back games. They're going to play in the British Basketball League and then be right on the road. That is very, very hard. They have to be strong, but also in their bench.
Scorchers Lions, part of a great lineup this weekend, Jeanette, all weekend long as the British Basketball League kicks off the season.
Absolutely. If you haven't whet your appetite tonight, I'm pretty sure you'll find something over the weekend to get your teeth stuck into, including the Manchester Giants against Gladiators. That finishes the weekend's games. And Coach Rob, what are your thoughts on that for Manchester Giants in particular?
Giants, new team, new coach, so not sure what to expect. Gladiators playing in Europe this year have put together a new team as well. A lot of expectations up there. Let's see what they can do on Sunday night.
And for yourself, Ovie, what you're making of Manchester Giants, there's quite a bit of external noise going on around that team at the moment. You hope it doesn't actually affect them.
Yeah, there's a lot of change going on up there, and that's, of course, going to bring a little bit of unsettling and going to take some time for the new guys to get acclimated over there. But I'm really impressed with the Gladiators last season, and I want to see how they can continue to build onto what they started.
Oh, well, Rob, Ovie, thank you very much. Lots of expectation of the 10 teams that make up the British Basketball League. Who will start their season off on the right foot? It's yet to be seen, but we've got all the coverage right here for you on the British Basketball League.